Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and today is going to be a little try on of my recent Sephora purchases. I did show a haul in a video, like a couple videos ago. I'll link it down below in case you want to see what I bought, but I will be just re-showing you what I bought, so why would I link it? Anyway, I actually think this is one of the most successful Sephora hauls I've ever done. Every single product is amazing. Spoiler alert. I have been using these since I purchased them and I love them. I did put everything back in the box just for effect. So yeah, let's just get started. So I did get two sunscreens. I got the Innisfree Daily UV Defense SPF 36 and then the Laneige Hydro UV Defense SPF 50. I didn't intend to buy two sunscreens, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna put one on half of my face and the other on the other half, just so you can see how they go on, the white cast situation and all that. Both of these are amazing. There is no white cast whatsoever. And I know sometimes it's hard to tell on light skin whether or not there's a white cast from like a viewer's perspective, but you know your own skin, you know when there's a white cast in sunscreen, and both of these do not have it. The Laneige one is very moisturizing and it feels like I'm putting on another layer of moisturizer when I have it on. I do feel like I need to wait a few minutes after I put this on before I do makeup. I'm not gonna do a ton because I actually already have sunscreen on. I just wanna show you, how it blends, how it goes on. There's no white cast. This has a lovely scent. It feels very moisturizing. Like I think this could be your moisturizer, and it just happens to be SPF 50 as well. I love the way makeup goes on top of this sunscreen. As you can see, it's very glossy. It will sink in a few minutes, and then that glossiness will completely go away. Sinks in really nicely. You can't feel it on your face. Doesn't feel heavy or greasy. Doesn't look greasy. It'll sink in. I absolutely love it. It does have a nice little scent. Not like sunscreen at all. Just like a light, fresh cut flower scent. It does go away. It's not strong at all. It's just a nice, pleasant scent to have on a sunscreen, because sometimes like that sunscreen scent can get kind of like after a while. This one does have Centella Asiatica in it, SPF 50, lightweight, broad spectrum, no white cast, and hypoallergenic tested. And then the Innisfree one, this is one that caught my eye because it was so cheap. I think it was $15. Which I thought was pretty good for a sunscreen from Sephora. But Innisfree tends to be a little more on like the inexpensive brand at Sephora. This is a water-based sunscreen with sunflower seed oil, effectively protects skin's UV rays while delivering a refreshing dewy glow. And that kind of caught me off guard because I was like, I don't want to look greasy. But the dewy glow, it's actually almost like not even there. It's like not even an issue. Because this one sinks in really nicely, not as moisturizing as the Laneige. It's more like really lightweight moisturizer, but still absolutely no white cast. It blends in super easy. I feel like I could use this one as my moisturizer as well. But that being said, both of these being put on top of your regular moisturizer, it's not gonna feel too heavy or feel like you just put on another moisturizer. I absolutely love both of these. They are just a pleasure to use, and sunscreens have come a long way, and Korean sunscreens are definitely the more innovative brands, I think, with the types of sunscreens they put out. They're just fantastic. So I'm gonna let this sink in for a minute before we get on with the makeup, but yeah, loving those sunscreens. So I actually didn't buy any foundations. I actually bought two concealers, but I bought the Dior Flash Perfector Concealer. This is how the box looks. Like I said, I put everything back in the box just for effect, so you could see what it looks like if you were to go look for it, and then so I could just read any claims off of the box as well. Packaging, A+. Look how cute this is. It looks exactly like the foundation. It's so darling. And one thing I love about this says it is a high coverage, natural glow finish, crease proof and waterproof. I don't know about the waterproof claim because I haven't really tested it that way, but it is crease proof. It wears all day. The coverage is amazing while looking like skin. I love this concealer. I absolutely love it. And the applicator is so cool. It's just like a little brush, like your traditional, I don't think I have one here, but like your traditional looking flat concealer brush that might look like this. This is the kind of brush that's in here. It's so nice to put on with the brush. And I don't know, I just kind of like it. It's just like a little tiny paint brush. And I'm not going to do foundation. I just want you to see how the concealer is going to cover my redness and different things I got going on my skin. I'm not going to use it under the eyes because I have a different one to use under the eyes, but I have used this several times under the eyes. It's fantastic. It doesn't crease at all. It has wonderful coverage. Like, I look forward to using this every day, and then that little tiny brush just makes it so easy to get in your under eyes. I love it. I absolutely love it. It says natural glow finish. I would say it definitely has a glow to it because I noticed throughout the day too, it just looks a little extra glowy, but not in a greasy kind of way, if that makes sense. I just really, really like it. So there's that concealer blended all out. As you can see, like, it covered up the redness, but it still looks like my skin. It's high coverage, but not like a mask. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I look forward to using this every day. It's fantastic. Does it have a scent? I didn't even notice. If I'm looking for it, I can smell it, because a lot of the Dior Backstage stuff has that alcohol scent. I don't smell this right off the bat, but if I'm looking for the scent, I can smell it a little bit. So the other concealer I had to buy is the Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector, the new one. And now I feel kind of dumb doing that video because I wanted to do a series of like Holy Grail product reviews, and my Holy Grail concealer is the Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector. Normally it looks like this, and this is the one I reviewed. And in that video, I was looking up Sephora's on the website to see what the price was, and I noticed they redid the packaging, and I was like, cool, they definitely needed a facelift on the packaging, and you know, just kind of nice to redo it. But now that I've been using it, I think it's a different formula. I also think it might have been reformulated. So now I feel funny having done that video reviewing the old one, but maybe I'll do a video comparing the new and the old one. So this is the new one, and I think it's better. So I think that the original one, like my previous Holy Grail, is amazing. Somehow they have made it better. So the original one is very emollient. It's super creamy. It's so creamy that at times you might think it's actually melted, and it's very easy to get too much too. This one is a lot more, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to tell, it's a lot more firmly pressed in here. Like, even with all this pressure I'm putting, it's not making a dent in here or really like smushing it around. And if I were to do that with the previous one, it would be like my finger going in and out of the concealer. I really like that they kind of pressed it really firmly. It feels like they took out a little bit of the creaminess. I know that might sound like a bad thing, but it's not. It makes it less, I don't know, like less emollient, but in a good way, if that makes any sense. It definitely is still very creamy and emollient, super easy to use. I'm gonna do this under my eyes, and I just love it. I love it so much more. And I think them taking the creaminess down a little bit actually helps with creasing, or helps to prevent creasing. Because with the other one, if you were to get a little bit too much, or you wanted to build it up a little more, you would kind of get some creases before it is set. And with this one, I find that I don't get any creases at all. It just kind of works so nicely. So see how it just kind of corrects my under eye, covers the dark circle, but doesn't look heavy or cakey. It doesn't settle into fine lines whatsoever. I have here the shade light medium. I wish they had added some more shades, because they only have 2 shades, and they've had 2 shades for a long time. So I wish, as they were doing this little reformulation or repackaging, they could have brought out a couple more shades. But I'm sure the 2 they have work for a bunch of different skin tones and concerns. Or hopefully they do, because it's a really good product. So there we go. I love it. I think it works perfectly with that concealer as just a nice little base. All right, I love this. I'm so glad it's reformulated, but it's good. Sometimes, like, those products you love, they change them up and then they change it for the worse. This one they changed for the better, and I didn't even think it could get any better. Okay, next product is this Nars Laguna bronzing cream. Oh my goodness, this is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. I don't want to put it down. Right when I used it, I was like, I'm throwing out all my other cream bronzers. I won't, but oh my goodness, this is amazing. I have here the shade Laguna 01. And I have been using this with a stipple brush. I feel like this is gonna last a year, if not longer, even with daily use, because you don't need a lot of it. It's pigmented, but it's very easy to use. There's a little swatch of it there. It's a really nice color, at least for my skin tone and for what I like. And it blends easy. It's super just flattering, and I love it. It looks very natural, in my opinion. So I have been using the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Stipple Brush, and I'm just gonna kind of dab it in and then just brush it on. Look how quick that was. It's so fast. I think it's such a flattering color for my skin tone. You know what? I think I need to put a little powder on. I'm looking very shiny. I think from all that sunscreen I put on, because I put 3 sunscreens on. Oh, I just absolutely love it. I love this bronzer. It's so easy to use. I didn't have to use a lot at all. Blended like a dream, and it lasts all day. Amazing. I am going to put a little powder on. We'll just go with the Dior theme. I'm going to use the Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder in the shade 2N just to kind of tone down a little bit of that shininess. Like I said, I think it's mostly from that sunscreen I piled on. It doesn't feel heavy or anything. It just looks like I put on 3 sunscreens. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love the skin. It looks so natural. Covered up, but natural, easy peasy. Like it was just concealer and bronzer and a little powder. Amazing. I love it. Okay, next up, brows. This is the Kosas Brow Pop Dual Action Defining Pencil. I have here the shade Dark Brown. I am so glad that I love this pencil because I bought it 100% for the packaging. I mean, come on. Why would I not want this? It's absolutely beautiful. It's a like clear pink plastic A+ packaging here. And then both of the ends are clear so you can see which side is a spoolie, which side is the brow pencil. Both of the lids fit both sides, so you're never gonna get one on the wrong side and have that small annoyance. Spoolie is really good. The pencil is not a shape that I enjoy. It's one of those like teardrop kind of shapes, but over time I think as I use it it's gonna kind of wear that down anyway, and I love it. It's so easy to use. I never thought I would like one of these teardrop shapes, but it goes on super easy. It's not overly creamy where you're gonna get like a ton of pencil right off the bat and then have to kind of try to work to tone it down. It's like the perfect balance between dry and creamy, pigmented but not overkill, very user-friendly. I really love this brow pencil and I love reaching for it every day because look at this packaging. It's so beautiful. I love it. Like even when I run out of this, I'm keeping it forever just to have a cute thing. All right, brows are done. And then one more thing about this pencil, it's just a joy to use. It's so pretty. I just love having like a nice looking brow pencil, and I think it's because this is the one I've been using. It's the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Both of the lids are gone. The spoolie has broken off and it's just so like broken. So having this like beautiful thing to use every day, it's just like an extra little, I don't know, I love it. All right, setting spray, the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set Refresh Spray. I love it. I'm telling you, this was one of the most successful Sephora hauls I've done. And I think it's because I did it in store. Like I got to look at all the stuff. I got to try out the testers if I wanted to. And I took my time picking things out. And I think that's kind of what makes it more successful too. Because I don't know, sometimes buying online, you kind of just, it's like taking a shot in the dark on whether or not you're going to like it. So this is a bi-phase setting spray that grips makeup and doubles as a refreshing face mist. It's formulated with Hydro Grip Heroes, hemp-derived cannabis seed extract, and blue agave extract. So it did have 2 layers. I'm sorry, I shook it up. I should have showed you. And I thought that was going to make it kind of oily, but it doesn't. It's just really good. I do feel like it extends the wear of my makeup. The spray is perfect. It's like the perfect mist. It's no big droplets. It's not like super hardcore direct in your face. Got my fan out. We're just gonna spray the face real quick. It's nice and light, but not, you know those really light sprays that sometimes don't even feel like they're hitting your face and you have to spray like this close? This is one of the most perfect setting sprays I've ever used. And I always thought the Wet n Wild setting spray was the best one I ever used, like the sprayer anyway. But I think this just like blew it out of the water. It's really good. If I can somehow figure out how to get this top off, I'm gonna refill this with all kinds of other setting sprays because that's perfect spray. Doesn't have a strong scent at all. Just smells fresh for like a second and then it's gone. Really, really enjoying this setting spray. I love it a lot. And then the last thing, I got the Dior Iconic Overcurl Mascara. This was something I had tried a few years ago and I absolutely loved it. And over the last couple of years, I've always tried to repurchase it, but it's always sold out. It's never available. And the day I went walking around at Sephora, there was one left and I thought, this is my chance, I have to get it. And it's really good. It has kind of like a, I don't know, this sounds kind of mean, but like a generic kind of wand. Like it's nothing crazy, but sometimes that's what you need. You need a superior formula with a normal wand, and this delivers. It does slightly curl my lashes, so I don't curl my lashes at all. So I notice when my lashes are curled at all, or even a little bit, and this does do that. I haven't tried it on the lower lashes actually. It's not, I don't know, it's just kind of too warm and I don't want to test it. I'm just using the Maybelline Sky High mascara on the lower lashes. And you know what? I think I'm going to throw on a little of this colorful blue eyeliner. I've been loving just doing this colorful liner lately and not really doing eyeshadow. I think because I'm really enjoying like foundation and bronzer and blush a lot, and different powders that I'm trying that, I don't know, you know how you kind of just go through phases with different stuff you love, and right now I'm just about colorful liner and skin stuff. So let's put this mascara on. This also hasn't transferred on me at all. And I think it might be because it's not the most lengthening mascara. It's very volumizing and separating, but not a lot of length. And I have tried to build this up a lot and like really get it to the edges, and I don't really notice it lengthen kind of at all. I do find I need to build it up quite a bit. I would say like 3 layers just to kind of get it, like to get my lashes a little bit bigger looking. But even then, after building it that much, it doesn't clump up or do anything like that. Like my lashes never get sticky or stick together. This formula is also on the drier side, and I used to really prefer dry mascaras, and now I like something a little more in the middle between dry and wet, because dry formulas I find sometimes just take like forever to build up. I don't know. Maybe it's just this one. I think I'm just gonna stop there. So you can see not a lot of length going on, but they are separated, they look fuller, they don't transfer, flake, smear, smudge at all. Although I haven't tried this on the lower lashes though. And I do find throughout the day, kind of like after it sets, I don't know if that's even the word to use, but I do notice them kind of curled up throughout the day, and I really, really like the way that they look with that extra little curl. But that is it. That is my whole Sephora haul tried on. I am so happy with every single product here. Like, I love all of them. There's not one product here that I'm kind of like, it's pretty good, I might return it, or the color wasn't right. I love every single one of these products. If you've tried any of these, let me know what your experience has been. I would love to know. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. But goodbye.